Donc bonjour à toutes. Je suis là avec Diana Lam pour préparer une petite interview pour vous donner un aperçu de ce qui va se passer cet été quand Diana revient en France. Ça fait 2 ans qu'elle n'est pas venue et cette fois-ci elle vient avec 2 stages, dont un qui est complètement inédit en France autour de la ménopause. Donc bienvenue Diana, c'est chouette de te revoir.
Mon plaisir.
Super. Alors, donc, ce qui va se passer, je vais poser les questions en français et après, dans un deuxième temps, je rajouterai les sous-titres pour les réponses. Donc, déjà, pourquoi ton programme s'appelle-t-il Une tente rouge dans chaque quartier?
My vision is to have a red tent in every neighborhood because what I see is how deprived women are of community and sisterhood and support during their bleeding time and as women. So in ancient times, every girl that grew up knew that when it's her time, she will go to the red tent and will have her rite of passage and be welcomed and will be part of the community of women of all ages. We don't have that. And I see that the price that women pay is huge in symptoms, PMS, isolation, mood swings, depression, suicidal thoughts, being really at the end of their wits, many of them, during our cycle, all the way to being not so much in pain, but very alone and just embarrassed and uncomfortable and just, not knowing what to do with it all. So I believe that when we have a red tent in every neighborhood, the world would change. Women would have a place to belong to, a place to be together with other women. I want to quote Judith Dwarek, who in her book, Circle of Stones, keeps posing the question, how would your life be different if there was a place for you to go to when you came of age, a place to sit with the aunts and the mothers and the grandmothers, a place to belong to? How would your life be different? So that's why I call it Red Tent in every neighborhood, because my vision is to have one, and I know the world would be a different place.
Absolument. Chouette. Ok. Alors, une question d'une femme qui m'a demandé, je suis sous pilule, est-ce que le stage tente rouge, au stage d'activation de tente rouge?
Yes, of course. Every woman is welcome, and we have to start where we are. Every woman shares the cyclicity in our nature. We all expand and contract with the moon. If we take the pill, we may not be able to be in tune so much with our expansion contraction, but we are still women. We are still hardwired to be lunar beings, and I would not exclude any woman from the red tent. Women are welcome that are on the pill. Women are welcome that had a hysterectomy and no longer have a womb. They have an etheric womb, and they've all been girls. And whether you're on the pill or not, whether you have a womb or not, whether you're in menopause or not, you were once a girl. And the red tent activation is for the girl inside each woman and for the journey we all took through the years of cycling from the first blood all the way to where we are. So you are welcome however you manage your period and whatever your choices are around your body and your menstruation, you're welcome.
C'est chouette ça. Ok, alors pourquoi il y a 3 jours, donc c'est le 8, 9, 10 juillet, il y a 3 jours, pourquoi je dois assister à jour 1 et 2 pour faire le 3e jour?
Okay, so let me explain a little bit about the 3 days, and it would make it clear why you need to take all 3 if you want to be certified. So day 1 is a day of self-care. And women are so socialized to take care of others, of our children, of our family, of our work, of the house, of everything else, but not ourselves. So day one is for you, just for you, to learn how to cultivate and grow and build practices of self-care in your life on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, to create that habit where you take care of yourself as well as everyone else. So it's a day that's dedicated to you, and when a woman wants to come just for that day, she is welcome. You can come just for the self-care day and learn how to introduce and sustain a self-care practice in your life. That's day one. Day two is the initiation ceremony that hardly any of us have received when we came of age, when we had our first blood. I travel around the world and I hear the most common word from women about their first blood is alone. Women felt alone, maybe afraid, maybe embarrassed, maybe shamed, maybe with no information. There is a whole stretch of emotions that women describe, but alone is kind of underneath them all. They weren't welcomed or celebrated or honored on the first day. So I believe that it's never ever too late to be welcome to womanhood, whether you still cycle or not, whether you have been in menopause for years, you still have a part of you, the girl inside of you, that is yearning to receive that welcome initiation into womanhood that you haven't received. So day two is a day of initiation. It's the ceremony of welcoming you into womanhood that you've never received. So you can take day two by itself just as a day of initiation. You can take day one and two together for yourself as two experiences, self-care and initiation, and then take only these two and have a deep experience that I believe would ripple and resonate with you for the entire femininity and experience of being a woman in your life, that it would transform that for you. Some women are really excited and called to offer those initiation ceremonies to other women. For them, the third day of the certification is created. So in order to be a certified activator, you have to, first of all, take day one. So you start practicing what you preach. You can't be certified and say, oh, well, it's okay. I don't have time to take care of myself, but I'm going to teach women to take care of themselves. It doesn't work like that. You have to practice what you preach. So you have to take all 3 days if you become certified, because you need to learn how to create a practice of honoring yourself and taking time for yourself and caring for yourself every month. That's something that you will take for you, and you'll not teach, you're not certified to teach that. This is really just for you. And second day, as I explained, is the initiation. So the third day, the certification, you are learning, it's a day of training, you're learning how to offer to other women the second day, the day of initiation. And you're going to share with women, when you offer initiations to them, you're going to share with them your process of self-care. So I hope that this gives you a picture. Does that make sense?
It's perfect. You answered my next question. That's perfect. Okay. Well, thank you for that. Il y avait une autre question. Quel âge faut-il avoir pour recevoir l'activation et pour participer au stage?
So I would say 18 and over. And it's not to say that younger girls don't need inspiration around their menstrual cycle. They do. And I offer that. But what we do in the 3 days, what we do in the activation, is that we visit all the cultural conditioning of negativity and shame that we received about menstruation in our growing up years, and we clear them and we cleanse them and we let go of them. And a lot of women come with painful stories. And the younger girls don't need to be exposed to that, and the women that need to heal don't need to censor themselves because they're young girls and they don't want to speak the pain of their story. So what I do with younger girls is separate, and I would say 18 and up are girls welcome to come to the initiation ceremony for themselves, and if they want to train to become certified activators, they can do that as well. So this is 18 and up, just because of the history that some women bring, and we never know how painful of a story a woman would tell, so we'd rather not have girls there, young girls.
Je pense que c'est super juste. C'est très juste. Ok, est-ce que tu peux nous dire un peu plus sur ce que c'est la journée d'activation? Qu'est-ce qui va se passer dans cette journée d'activation?
So it's a day of transformation. We have, I said before, have received so much negativity and ridicule and shame and taboos from our cultures around the world about menstruation. So I hear a lot of women saying, oh yes, I embrace my menstruation. And I ask them, have you released all the negativity that we've been all bombarded with? And she said, no. So the day of activation starts with emptying up, releasing what we have been fed. We have grown up as girls and women on a diet of negativity about our menstruation. So we need to clear that and access it and cleanse it and let it go before we can fill up with the embracement of menstruation that we all are on the path of doing. So not clearing and cleansing what we've been fed and which is lodged in our cells and our body. If we don't clear that, it's like starting to build a building from the second floor up. We can't have a true, authentic, real understanding of the meaning of the sacredness of our blood until we access and clear all the negativity that we've been fed. So it's a day of transformation that will start with looking at how your first blood was, and for most of us it's been really a painful and a shameful or just a lonely experience. Starting to look at what we've received and letting go and having ceremonial acts of cleansing and clearing and releasing. And then once we empty up all the negativity, we can start receiving the blessings that we've never had when we came of age. So it's a day of transformation that begins with releasing and emptying up and goes on into filling up until we leave it being with our cup runneth over.
Oh. Well, and I can say for myself that I experienced this 2 years ago, and it was a wonderful, wonderful day, a truly wonderful day. Ayant vécu la même chose il y a 2 ans, c'était une journée vraiment fantastique. Je te remercie. Bon, ça m'amène à quelques questions par rapport à l'autre stage, donc les stages Lune Violette, qui se passe le 4, 5, 6 juillet aussi dans le même endroit à Lyon, avec un premier jour réservé pour les femmes en préménopause et les 2 jours suivants pour des femmes qui sont déjà ménopausées. Et donc, j'ai reçu par mail cette question. J'ai 56 ans, je suis ménopausée depuis 8 ans, mais je ne connaissais rien de mon cycle avant. Est-ce que je peux quand même bénéficier de ce stage?
Absolutely, yes, of course. Again, every woman at any stage can receive a transformation from either of the workshops. So sometimes I feel that women speak about feeling sad, that they only recognize the beauty and the sacredness of their menstruation when they stopped bleeding, and they're really sad about that. And I want to say that two things. One is that even if you're in menopause, you can still come to the red tent activation and receive the ceremony you never had. You're never too old for that. So that's something that I would encourage any woman at any age to come to the red tent, because the red tent belongs to all women of all ages, from first blood to the end of life. And secondly, if you come for just the purple moon, I would say that part of reclaiming the sacredness is built in to the day of the purple moon. It is something that we don't go into as much depth and as much ceremonial work as we do in the red tent activation, but we will visit there the view from the top of the mountain of all of your years of cycling and integrating them now into your life as a different memory than just how it was in your biography when you weren't necessarily honoring it. And regardless of where in your menopausal journey you are, menopause is really an initiation into the third phase of our womanhood, the phase of the wise woman. So as maiden, we are just at the entry, starting to bleed. The phase of the mother is the phase of all of our years of cycling, whether we bring forth birth and give life from our womb, or whether we don't give life from our womb, but we give life from our ideas and inspiration and creativity in the world. This is still our mother phase. And then the crone phase, crone comes from crown. This is the wisdom and the queendom of our years. And regardless of where you are in menopause, what you can discover and delve into and embrace and start living is the wise woman phase in you. Because the way menopause is held in the culture is as something that needs to be medicated and something that is downhill. Menopause is uphill. You're going from the creativity phase of motherhood to the wise woman phase that can be a huge resource for her tribe, for your community, for the world at large. It is the time when you begin to really see and discover your true calling in the world and start offering it after years of cycling. So don't shortchange yourself, because there is a lot of wisdom that you hold there that needs to be discovered and then shared.
Ok. Bon, c'est une belle explication. Alors, quelqu'un qui a dit « J'ai trouvé l'expérience de la ménopause éprouvante. Qu'est-ce que je peux trouver de bon dedans ?»
Everything that I said, everything that I said, I would say that I want to speak a little bit to the fact that you found it difficult. Our culture focuses on the difficulty of menopause as well as on the difficulty of menstruation. And that's the only thing that we see. And it's posed as a medical condition that we need to see a doctor for and we need to get medication for. So the difficulties are pretty much a lens through which we expect to see. Women expect to get symptoms, and you know what happens with expectations, they often, more often than not, they get fulfilled. So if we, even before we approach menopause, we dread it and we think it's going to be really bad and hard, it obviously would for many of us, and it doesn't have to be. So in the day or the workshop of menopause, we look at how we can release and reduce and let go of the symptoms, because they're not necessary. We're not designed by nature to suffer, not through our menstruation and not through our menopause. It's not something that nature intended. So the difficulty is something that can be shed. Like you take off your sweater, you can release, it's a process, but you can release your symptoms and the difficulty. And what's good is that you are going to find the life design that you came here to bring, and the wisdom that you have cycled all these years in order to discover and distill and be able to enjoy and offer now to the world.
C'est magnifique. I was thinking that there there are cultures in the world where they don't have words for hot flushes because people don't have them. I always
Exactly.
tell people that.
True. That's true. Yeah. And
Everything is possible.
yes.
Bon, alors la dernière question s'agit aussi de ce qu'on associe souvent à la ménopause et qui reste une peur pour plusieurs femmes. Est-ce possible d'être sexuellement épanouie après la ménopause?
Of course. I mean, we are still alive. And as long as we are alive, we can enjoy all that our body can do. It's almost like asking, can we continue to breathe after menopause? Yes, we can. All that our body offers us, breathing and sexual pleasure and dancing and just enjoying life, is possible at any age. And it depends very much on the frame of mind with which we approach menopause. And if there is a fear of, oh my goodness, I might not be able to enjoy sexuality after I'm in menopause, again, we're paving the way, we're setting the scene to close the door. So if a door is closed, we need to reopen it. But until we do consciously reopen it, it stays closed. So if you close that door, it would stay closed. But if you are willing and happy to open it, then the door would be open wide. And it's a process that only you can undergo and take as an inner process. And we will look at that as well in our workshop.
Wow. Diana, je suis ravie de t'accueillir en France cette année pour les deux stages deux groupes de stages que tu vas proposer, donc 6 jours de stage. Et ça, je suis sûre que tu vas ouvrir des portes pour plusieurs femmes. Donc, merci d'avoir pris ce temps. Après la vidéo, il va avoir toutes les informations de où vous pouvez vous inscrire et sur le site web de Entente Féminine. Donc, je vais mettre l'adresse après. Et Diana, je suis heureuse de te retrouver au mois de juillet. À très bientôt.
I look forward to seeing you all and sitting in Sacred Circle with you in Lyon. Au revoir.
Au revoir.